Hey ladies and gents, thank you very much for stopping by the channel. Social Nurse here. I am going to briefly talk about an article on xxlmag.com. This is a hip hop rap type of magazine, and there was an article about Saweetie in a performance that she recently did. Comments from Twitter were included as part of the article. And of course, these people were criticizing Saweetie. And a lot of times, some of these people who have comments to make about some of these celebrities and social media people that are trending, a lot of times their comments reflect a disposition of being happy that someone else is having a rough time or that someone else is being criticized harshly. In this situation, the performance that Saweetie did was lackluster. Apparently, her endurance of performing and dancing was not good. There were comments on the xxlmag.com website from Twitter that covered everything from how people felt about Saweetie's diet. People compared Saweetie's fitness in performance to Lizzo's fitness in performance. Someone even found a way to include colorism in Normani, who had nothing to do with this performance. You know, one of the things that many of us have recognized, that there are some women out there, no matter what the topic matter is, they can twist, contort, concoct a situation in a way that allows them to bring colorism in, and for no reason whatsoever. So it really is a crutch for some women, and they would like for it to be a crutch for other women as well. So colorism was a part of it. Pretty privilege was a part of the criticism. And for some of these people out there that make comments about pretty privilege, they tend to link pretty privilege with specific phenotypes, if you will. And Saweetie's phenotype happens to be one of those phenotypes that the criticizers link with pretty privilege, right? I mean, a lot of these commenters talk about Saweetie in the same breath that they talk about pretty privilege. So we know that they believe she's pretty, that they think she's a good-looking, attractive lady because they call her pretty and refer to her as someone that reaps the benefits of pretty privilege, right? It's really, really interesting because there's nothing wrong with pretty privilege. There really is absolutely nothing wrong with pretty privilege. I believe that the people who criticize other people for having pretty privilege wish that they had pretty privilege. And if they did have pretty privilege, they would not be willing to not have it. They would not undo their prettiness. They would not give up benefits of pretty privilege. But they don't want others to have pretty privilege, right? So it's a really interesting thing. Now, concerning the lackluster performance, Saweetie's diet, and some other things that these people were saying in the Twitter sphere and on xxlmag.com's website, I'll say this. Saweetie can do a couple of things. She can modify her diet to help with her health. Not that I know anything about Saweetie's health specifically, but we all should eat a pretty good diet, right? If we want to reap the benefits of good nutrition. Saweetie may decide to have a physical examination by a physician to make sure that systemically she is well, that there's nothing going on. She also could practice her performances in full, incorporating whatever she would do in a performance, singing, dancing, rapping, moving along the stage. Practice that periodically. She could hire a personal trainer, include some sort of routine exercise, aerobic activity to increase her stamina and endurance. So, what happened with Saweetie on stage is probably modifiable so that she can do better in the future, because people will really enjoy, right? Really enjoy if you don't do well, and they'll make sure they talk about it and bring in subject matters that have nothing to do with what actually happened, right? This has been Nurse Student Possibilities, Social Nurse.